Hello and welcome to Learning from Lauren. We are on day 2 of being live every day in July to help you become a travel agent. So, if you don't know, I am Lauren. I am a travel agent. I also say that I am a travel advisor because that sounds more professional. And I've been a teacher for over 21 years, and when I became a travel agent, I saw a lot of things that agencies don't really teach you, or a lot of things that you have to learn on your own. And I try and teach you these things so that you don't spend too much time on them, or so that your time that you are spending on becoming a travel agent or advisor is focused on the necessities that you need to do. So, today, I am here to talk to you about kind of doing your own fam trip. And if you don't know what a fam trip is, it's called a familiarization trip. And it's getting to know a property or a certain location. And there's two different ways to do it. Sometimes places offer these special fam trips and you can go at a discounted rate, but you are going just yourself, maybe with other agents, and you're going at specific times, typically not popular times during the year, and you are trying to get to know the specific property so that you can better sell it. That is one way. I do a very alternate way of doing it, and I kind of do my own fam trips that I build myself. So either one is fine. And this is what I'm going to say. Pretty much either way, you can go on some sort of discounted rate. A lot of times, as travel agents, you are provided a certain rate as long as you've sold a little, or even if you haven't sold a little, you do get some small perks. So you can use these perks to your advantage and, go on a trip. Now, what I will say is a familiarization trip, you are trying to get to know it. So bringing your family along is not always the best option here. Um, Now, if you're trying to sell how to navigate things with a family, then that might be a little different. But let's talk about me. Like I specialize in Disney, Universal, and cruising. So when I do Disney and Universal, there are times throughout the year that I just go all by myself. I don't go with other agents. I don't go with my family. I just go by myself, and it's all for me. On these types of trips, my goal is to find out information. So a lot of times I'm talking to people who work there. I am trying to see how the morning time works, trying to see how the hotel transportation works. I am taking lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pictures. If you are going on a familiarization trip, no matter what kind you're going on, you need pictures and video. That should be your main focus. Like you should think like every day I should have a minimum of 100 pictures. And video, not 100 pictures and 100 videos. But you want to have as much stockpile of pictures of everything so that if you could only do social media from these pictures that you took from this one trip once a year, how could you incorporate that going forward? So that's what you want to think about when you're becoming a travel agent is how can you, show clients want to see pictures. They want to see that you've been there. They want to see that you've done things there, things that you're recommending there. So you want to make sure that you're doing those things. And you want to do things maybe that you wouldn't do with your family always. I have a small child, so going to nicer restaurants are not always the thing that my son is going to want to do. But yes, I go all alone and I am fine. I survive to fancy restaurants. And that way I really keep the cost down because it's just me. So I'm just ordering what I want. And sometimes I'll go with other agents and, we'll split a cost and we'll, do something together. And those are a little different. I'll talk about those next. But I think that going by yourself is a very good thing to do to really get to know the area, to really understand the things that you need to navigate, and you can really focus on it. Like no matter how much I try, I write it down, I have it all scheduled and everything I need to do. I always forget something even when I'm alone. So then when I add my family that's also there and I'm trying to do those things, it gets really hard because I can't do it. And I don't want my family there where I'm like, oh, we got to take a picture. We got to take a picture. We got to take a picture. And hold on, let me get that picture just right. So that's not always fun with your family. And like I go to Disney and Universal for like 2 nights, 3 days. I take an early flight out and then I come back, late the following night. So I'm only paying for 2 nights of a hotel room and, 3 days tickets. And this seems to work out really well for me. I have accomplished so much and I do more than most people. So it might be too much for you to do all that in one day or in those few days. But if you think about doing it once a year, then you can really focus in on what it is that you want and the kinds of things that you want to look for next time. Or even then, when you bring your family back, what is it that you're looking for when you go? Now, if you're part of a travel agency, you sometimes have these fam trips where all the agents come down and you all get together and different people come in and you have different workshops throughout the day. You might view properties, rooms, things like that. These are great because obviously you're working with other agents. I work with like an amazing group of agents. We're always talking. We've never met in person so far, a lot of us, and we're talking all the time and we're always, we're I I'm so excited for when we do get to go together because I think we're gonna have so much fun together. So I think that that's a different type of a trip, and that kind of helps you because when you're going alone, obviously taking pictures with yourself in there, you're doing a lot of selfies or you're asking people to take them. When you're going as a group like this, it's much easier to get the pictures with everyone in them, and there's a bunch of people, and you might come up with ideas of what to do on social media, and it just gives you that fresh energy, and that's very exciting too. So you definitely want to check that out and see if that's available to you based on your agency. And then obviously the regular fam trips where it might just be a bunch of random agents that come down. The property might say, like, hey, you can come down, and they'll have a schedule of events that you need to do. You could only come yourself, typically without your family, and you're doing the property. They have certain events so you can see certain things. It's at a discounted rate, but not a free event. So just trying to put that out there. Typically, none of these things are free. The free things are for people who sell a lot, not necessarily. And even then, it's not always free. You typically have to pay for something. Um, so, though, the big thing that you want to take away is you want to do these FAMs to get them in your brain so you know what you're selling, you have an idea of what you're doing, you can really understand the logistics, and you want to take those pictures so you have them in the future. And from that fan you can come back home and really start to think about what are you going to make for clients, what's important for clients to know on these trips, those types of things. So, all right, that is day 2 in July again for another helpful video on what it's like to become a travel agent. Bye.